Hello everyone, I am the Smoking Phantom and today we're gonna be doing a playthrough of Plants vs Zombies on the PS3. Obviously I'm using an emulator since I don't have a PS3 nor a game capture card, so this is how I'm gonna be playing it today. Now I did finish this game already a bunch of times in the past years, and this is gonna be a piece of cake, so maybe you're gonna learn a couple of strategies or something new uh, by just watching this walkthrough. So we're just gonna start the adventure mode right now. Okay, so now we got the introduction. I've seen this thing just like many times. So right now I'm pretty sure we only got one side to plant our plants, so let's go. Obviously the PS3 version you can also play with a friend if you got. It's a co-op. This is gonna be pretty easy. We just got the pea shooter, that's the first plant, and then the second one I believe is the sunflower. In my personal opinion, this first game that they released in 2009, I believe, is the best one in the series. So the new ones, they try to implement some new features, but they pretty much are way worse than this one. So here we go, we just got the sunflower. This is gonna help us finish the game. Without it, it's not possible. Okay, so using L1 and R1 we can scroll through the plants. I'm pretty sure everybody is familiar with the game at this point since it's pretty old. I think this is also the definitive version, the PS3 or Xbox, since it has the most features and it's full of new things that the PC version doesn't have. For example, you can also customize the player's house with a bunch of things, and that's something that neither the PC or the mobile versions have. So these first few levels are gonna be pretty easy. I always plant sunflowers on 2 lanes in here. It's my strategy. I like it because I have a lot of sun, so I can just put a lot of pea shooters in here, and this is gonna also help me finish the level much faster. This is also a pretty short level. It doesn't take more than 3 to 4 minutes to finish. But the game will get much harder as we progress, especially in the later levels where we got fog and we gotta use some lantern like plant which will allow us to see through the fog. So this zombie in here with the flag, it will just announce every wave, and this in here are gonna be our waves. There are multiple per level most of the time, but right now in the beginning we just started, so it's gonna be pretty easy for us. This is the cherry bomb. I don't actually use it that much. It's good, especially at the end of the level. You can just blow up some zombies, you know, but it's not my most favorite plant. I would say the repeater, which shoots about two of these peas at a time. Is my most favorite plant in the game. This game gets really easy once you finish it at least once or twice. I mean, you're just gonna be pretty much really comfortable with finishing it without dying once. I don't think I'm gonna die once, even once in this playthrough. I already got my strategy for each stage, so I believe either in the next level or the level after the next one, we're gonna be getting these two lanes as well. So that's gonna be expanding the game a bit and also give us some more plants that we can play with. These cone head zombies are also pretty easy to defeat. There are gonna be those with a bucket on their head. Those are gonna give us some trouble a bit, but we got some better plants, I would say, when we're gonna be encountering them, so this is gonna help us not have trouble with those zombies. I might also play the Plants vs Zombies 2 on the channel, since it's a pretty solid game. I mean, it's pretty close to this one in terms of gameplay and plants. It actually has more plants, which is a good thing, since it's an upgrade from this one. But they also tried releasing the third one, which is not really good, and it was just removed, sorry, from the App Store a few months ago, since it was just so bad. Let's see what plant we're gonna get in here. Oh, the walnut. This is like a shield, so it's gonna protect us from zombies reaching our plants. I don't actually use it that often, but it's good to have it. There's gonna be a taller nut in the later part of the game, which is actually better, because we're also gonna have zombies that ride on dolphins, and we can just stop them by using that. They're not gonna be able to jump over it. So I'm just gonna be placing these sunflowers. That zombie is not gonna bother me that much. I'm just gonna put the pea shooter in here as well. I'm gonna worry more about placing the sunflowers other than just defending it, since it's not worth it. These guys are not gonna do me any trouble. When I'm gonna be unlocking the shop, I will also be able to use the rake, which is gonna kill zombies when they step on it. It's gonna be randomly placed on the stage, so that's a good thing. You can buy it with coins, which we're gonna be unlocking also in the future. Look how easy it is just to finish the game. I mean, right now with the strategy, I'm not gonna have any trouble. So this zombie usually needs 2 pea shooters to actually stop him from eating any plants, so right now it should be good. Even though I placed this one a bit later, than a bit too late, I would say. It's probably gonna take a few bites. but he's dead. But this one shouldn't actually even reach here. I wonder what plant I'm gonna be unlocking after I complete this stage. I think it's the frozen pea shooter, which is a good thing, especially in the beginning of the game. I actually like playing this game on the PS3 controller. I mean, it does feel pretty good. I would say it's about the same experience as with the PC, but I'm a bit faster on that one, obviously. These guys are not even reaching this point. I mean, look at this. I don't even need that walnut, to be honest with you. And I'm just gonna be blasting them with this right now. Here we go. Yep, like I said, it's really easy in the beginning. This is the shovel, which will allow us to delete plants. So if we make a mistake, before we couldn't actually delete them, but now we can. So he says he got a surprise for us, that we need to clear our lawn. So let's go ahead and do that. We just hold the circle button for a couple of seconds. Oh, we got some bowling in here. Okay, let's play. So this is a mini game which we can also later play in the game, but now it's actually mandatory. And again, it's pretty simple. We just gotta throw these walnuts so that the zombies die. And this one, the red one, I like to actually keep it for the later part of the stage, since it just explodes and kills a lot of these guys. The cone had to take 2 hits to kill, so we gotta keep that in mind. As you can see, all these stages, at least in the beginning, are pretty short, since you just kill them very quickly. They're not those tough zombies, so no trouble for me. This is one of those games where I'm actually really prepared when doing the video, since I just, like I said, completed it many times. But I'll be doing blind playthroughs where I just play games that I haven't really finished in the past. But that's gonna be in the future. For now, I just wanna finish this game first. Actually, on my channel, the most popular video is one where I just showcased all the plants from the Zen Garden, which is something that we're gonna be unlocking near the end of the game, and it allows us to get a lot of coins, so we can buy things from the shop, and it's also pretty fun. But yeah, that video just is pretty popular on my channel. You can watch it in the most popular section. I don't know if I'm gonna do a version for the PS3 garden, but I might do it. I'll just see in the future, after I finish the game first, to actually get the Zen garden. So this is the mine. It's very good in the beginning of the level when you can just place it instead of a pea shooter to save sun for the sunflower. So let's say I'll be placing about 5 of these, and then a zombie will come. I just place this thing in here and he will explode. So that's one of the things that I like to do. So I'm still not gonna be placing that thing. I'm just gonna wait until I do at least 5 of these. So I'm just gonna be placing it around here. I count about 3 tiles from where he is. 1, 2, 3, and that's when I'm gonna be placing it, so it has time to raise. And now another one is coming at the bottom. For this one, I believe I'm just gonna be placing a pea shooter, since there's no point in putting that thing, as it's gonna allow me to actually finish the level faster than if I were just put this potato mine. And this is why I recommend you to just place 2 rows of sunflower, since it's just gonna make your life a lot easier when trying to complete this game. Okay, so we got the tougher zombie coming. I just placed 2 of these guys and they're just gonna take care of him. I like how the PS3 version got these bushes in here. On the PC version they don't exist. So now we got this guy in here. He's just gonna jump over any plants, so I'll just stop him right here, because he's also running faster when he got that pole. And that's why I just want to stop him before he gets close in here, so he's just gonna be eating some of my plants. We can also use this one to defend that, so that's an option as well. Okay, so I forgot to actually place this guy in here, and even though I had a lot of sun. Again, I think I'm gonna be doing the same thing over here, since this is also like a setup for when the wave comes. They're just gonna be stepping on this bomb instead of actually chewing on this walnut. I just have a lot of sun, since 2 rows of sunflower is just gonna give you more than enough to actually get past the levels pretty easy. But when we're gonna get on the next stage, not level but stage, so in here it shows at the bottom 1-6. When we're gonna go on 2-0 is when it's gonna be night time. So we can't actually, or we can use the sunflowers, but they're not gonna be producing that much sun during the night. So here we go, we got the frozen pea shooter. This one is just gonna slow zombies, as you would have probably guessed already. I just use it at the beginning of the game, like right now, but in the later part of the game I'm not actually gonna use this plant at all, since there are much better alternatives. Even though they cost more sun, they're actually way better than this freezing pea shooter. Okay, so again, I'm not gonna be rushing to place this potato mine, since I got enough time. I'm just gonna count again about 3 squares, and that's where I'm gonna be putting it. I think I actually placed it a bit close to him, but let's hope that he's not gonna eat from it. But in any case, I'm just gonna be placing that. Okay, so that was pretty close, but managed to actually kill him. Now, in the future, we're also gonna be unlocking a... Oh, I actually misplaced this. In the future, we're gonna be unlocking a pumpkin, which is just gonna jump on zombies and kill them on the spot. That's a good way to get rid of them, and it's very cost effective. It's about 50 sun, but it takes a bit of time to recharge, so we can't just spam it. We gotta be pretty conservative with it. So now I think I'm just gonna be placing this bomb just so I can save some sun in here. So the first row I'm gonna be doing pea shooters, and the second row is gonna be for the frozen peas. And you're gonna see in here that this zombie is just gonna be having a hard time reaching my sunflowers. He's not gonna be able to reach them at all, actually. Since this is like placing two pea shooters, but one of them actually makes the zombie be much slower. And it's also gonna help us with the vaulting zombie with the pole. Since this guy is just gonna run very slowly. So since I already completed this game on the PC, but I didn't do any commentary on that one, but I think I'm just gonna leave it like that. I'm just gonna be commentating any video that I'm gonna be posting from now on. If you would like, I would appreciate if you can just write in the comments what game I should play next. Any suggestion would be welcome by me, and I'm just gonna be playing that game, whatever your suggestion is. Okay, so in this level, as you can see, we actually got two waves. So this first one, I obliterated it, so the next one is gonna be just as easy. But I do recommend that you only place one of these snow peas, because if you just place another one, it's gonna have the same damage as the pea shooter, and it's just gonna be a waste of your sun. I would much rather place another row of pea shooters, which are cheaper and do the same damage. As long as you have one that freezes, it's enough. So at this point right now, the game is not challenging at all. There's gonna be a mode when you're gonna finish it. You can play the adventure again, but that time you actually have to use some plants that they give you at the beginning of the level, and you can't actually remove them from the seeds in here at the top. So let's say they can lock the pea shooter and the cherry bomb, and you're gonna be choosing the rest of the plants, but you can't actually remove those. I actually never completed the adventure 2 times. I mean, I did finish the game by playing the adventure mode on the first playthrough, but on the second one, where it locks you the seeds, I never actually finished it. But I do know there is a secret. So when you finish the second playthrough, when you're gonna reach the fog stage, there's gonna be a special zombie, which you can only encounter if you finish the game twice on the same save. That's the Yeti, and it's pretty hard to kill him, but he's the secret zombie that you can't find in the Almanac. Okay, so let's place the cherry bomb. It's actually very good to clear these zombies right now at the end. Like I said, I don't generally use it, but in the beginning of the game it's pretty nice to finish the level a bit faster. Okay, so this guy is taken care of. We got the chomper. So there's also gonna be a mini game near the end of the game where we're just gonna be using those to take care of some zombies. So right now we're having the ability to choose the plants. So what I'm gonna be doing is selecting again the same plants, since the chomper is good against that bucket zombie, but I can just get rid of them or rid of him with a bomb, or you know, just kill him the traditional way. So there's no point in getting that chomper. All he does is just to place it, let's say, in here, and when a zombie comes, it's just gonna eat him in one bite. Again, the same strategy, because you can't fix something that's not broken. That's how I finish the game all the time. I actually placed this mine really good this time, and that's a good thing. Okay, so I'm just gonna be waiting for that guy to get a bit closer, so I'll just place the pea shooter when he gets a bit closer right now. If you just use one column of sunflower, it's just not gonna be enough, because you'll not have that many sun to actually place a bunch of pea shooters to help you finish the game. I mean, if you're speedrunning the game or something, you might actually be using another strategy than what I'm doing in here, but this is really effective. You're gonna be finishing the game in no time and not die once, because you die when they actually reach here on the welcome mat of your house. But first they actually gotta activate the lawnmowers. I'm pretty sure everybody knows this by this point, but still, I'm just explaining it a bit professional in here. So this guy is gonna take some time to actually reach that potato mine, but I gotta make sure he doesn't actually kill any of my plants. And even though he has a bucket, as you can see, he's still affected by the effect of this snow pea. Okay, so actually two of these, one pea shooter and one snow pea, is gonna take care of that zombie pretty well. I just placed that mine to make sure, but it looks like it's not needed. So I also finished this game on the Nintendo DS, which is like a pixel art version of this game. It's actually pretty good, even though the graphics are way worse, as you can imagine. It's pixelated, and it has nowhere near the quality of the PS3 version or the PC. Okay, so here we got the repeater, the plant that shoots twice at one time. So twice at a time. This is just like placing two pea shooters, but it's way better, since with only one plant it's gonna be just as effective as placing two of those guys. And I'm gonna be using that chomper because there's no point in getting the snow pea right now. I got this guy. So generally I think I only have enough sun throughout the entirety of the level to place only 2 rows of these guys, but we'll see. It's more than enough to actually clear the level since they're very strong. But we're pretty close to reaching the night level, so that's gonna be interesting. We're gonna be getting some mushrooms to actually get rid of the zombies instead of plants that would grow in the sun. Okay, so with the repeater, everything is way easier. Since this guy is just gonna obliterate zombies that have no protection before they can even think. And this is why the setup with 2 rows or columns of sunflowers is just gonna be effective. I use it in combination with this plant, always. I don't think I'm gonna use this chomper, even though I selected it, since there's no point. Only if I see buckethead zombie and I'm having just too much sun, I'll probably just waste it on that chomper. But the thing with it is, the catch with it is that it just takes some time to actually chew the zombie, so it's probably taking like 2 to 3 minutes to finish chewing the zombie, and then it's gonna swallow it, and you can actually kill another zombie with it. So that is the problem with it. If it actually killed him and did a reset on itself, swallowed it in like a second, that would have been the most overpowered plant in the game. So you just need one of these repeaters to get rid of this cone head without doing any damage to your plants. As you can see, they shoot really fast. We're gonna be unlocking a plant that shoots in 3 lanes, so it would be like, let's say we place it in here, it's gonna shoot in here, and also in here. That one is good. It's a bit expensive, 300 sun, but it gets the job done always. Okay, so this is the first wave again. It's a level with 2 waves. Let's see if apparently 2 repeaters are just gonna kill that vaulting zombie without even reaching our plants. So just that shows how good these things are. Okay, so now I'm already on the 3rd column of repeaters, and I can tell you that they're getting their job done amazing. This is why I didn't need the snow pea. It's just that this plant is so good. Even though it costs, the cost is actually pretty good since it's about 2 pea shooters. Just look how good they are gonna get rid of this buckethead zombie. I'm not gonna place anything in there, just gonna kill him. But you gotta have 3, as you can see. If you only have 2, they're gonna be able to... the zombie is gonna probably kill one of your plants. That's why I'm keeping the sun to actually not let them bite any of my plants. So I'm doing a pretty good job in here. I'm not gonna be doing any more defense. I'm just gonna be placing a bomb in here to get rid of them. And we're also gonna be doing a special stage since we're just gonna be transitioning to the night level. That's a good thing. We're gonna be getting new plants, and you're gonna see that the game will play a bit differently on that stage. We got graves, which zombies will just rise from the graves. And here is the letter. This is from our arch enemy. So hello, we're about to launch an all-out attack on your house. Sincerely, zombies. So they're just gonna be attacking us from all over the place, and we're just gonna be getting randomly some random plants in here that are RNG determined, so we can't actually select any more seed packets in here. Probably gonna place this in here since it might just kill one of them. I'm not sure if it's gonna kill both of those guys. Okay, so the reason why I'm placing them like that, the repeater, and then there's gonna be Snoopy, because I know that Snoopy's come on this level, and then again it's gonna be a repeater, but since I haven't gotten one for this lane yet, I just placed the pea shooter in here. And I'm just gonna be replacing them with repeaters once I get them, so... And since I'm gonna get a bunch of plants, I'm just gonna place this probably in here, like pretty far away, since I have all this space to place more of my plants. I'm not gonna waste these bombs yet. I'll need them. So I'll be doing this, as you can see. And that's how my setup is for this level. Let this guy vault over my plant. Also just gonna place a chomper. And I nearly reached the next wave, so let's see how we're gonna do. Obviously not gonna lose. To be honest with you, I don't know if it's easy because I just completed the game that many times, or it's just because the game is easy in general. I mean, I wish I could have experienced it without knowing anything about it to see just if it's as easy, but that's not possible. Now when the wave comes, obviously the bombs are gonna be a good thing to place, since it's gonna let you finish the level a bit faster. I get so many plants. I mean, I can just place double walnuts. They're just gonna be impossible. It's gonna be impossible for them to reach me at this point. And as you can see, that guy chews for, like I said, 1 or 2 minutes, and then he's able to eat another zombie, but it's very slow, so that's why it's not in the top tier plants, I would say. These guys are just getting obliterated by me. There is no way they're gonna get past my defense in here. Another chomper. Let me also place a bomb in here. Oh, actually they jumped over the walnut. So I'm just gonna be doing double walnuts all over the place. And chompers and everything. Okay, so I'm nearly on the next wave. And I'm just gonna be placing all these 3 bombs and just kill all of them. So that's gonna be an easy wave. Let's go. 1, 2, easy. So we got a free plant. It costs absolutely nothing to place it, and it's gonna be my go-to plant for the night. Evening, those zombies just won't let you up, will they? Well, it is different than fighting during the day. No more sun. Yeah, they're definitely very good. So these free mushrooms are amazing. So let's do the setup real quick. Obviously there's no need for the repeater or the Snoopy or anything like that, since the zombies are not as tough, since the game just doesn't give you sun right now at this point. I'll just start placing again, starting from here, since they have a really short range. So these guys are not able to shoot, let's say, from here to here. That's why I placed them in front first. And I also count 2 tiles from the back, 1, 2, so I can put like 2 rows of sunflowers again. The same strategy applies, there's no difference. Okay, so as you can see, it charges really fast, the puff shroom, and it also kills zombies very quickly, especially these guys that don't have any armor on them. No cone head, no bucket head. And also these graves, when the wave comes, zombies are just gonna rise from the grave, and they're gonna be able to attack me directly. From here, for example, or from here. They're gonna come from the far right. Okay, we got a gift. So we unlock the co-op mode. And once I get enough sun, I'm just gonna be starting to place the pea shooters, since they can shoot to the right section, unlike these puff shrooms. But you can still finish the level by just using them. It's very easy, especially the first level of the night. Okay, so now we also unlock the coins. So that guy, the Crazy Dave that we just had a dialogue with earlier, he's gonna be giving us extended seed packets, so we can put another plant in here at the top. That's gonna help us a lot, so that's why we gotta gather these coins right now. They just drop coins when they die. And also we're gonna be unlocking something called a grave buster that can actually erase all these graves. And when we erase a grave, we're gonna be compensated with a coin. So that's another way to gather coins. As you can see, no trouble with the strategy that I just told you. They don't even reach our plants. Now they're gonna rise from the grave, so as you can see in here, I'm gonna be putting another pea shooter in here. And I'm gonna give them a bomb, so that's gonna help us a bit. Easy. Let's place another puff shroom since it's very cheap. Okay, so we got the sun shroom. Now this guy in here, actually is gonna help us a lot, since it's actually gonna give more sun. So hey, you've collected $290 in coins so far. When you collect 750, I'll sell you something real neat. So that thing that he's trying to sell is gonna be the extra seed packet that I just told you about. Now instead of using the sunflower, we're just gonna be using that sunshroom, and this is pretty much gonna be our setup for now. Okay, so the difference between the sunflower and this sunshroom is that this one grows. So when it's gonna grow in the biggest size possible, it's gonna provide us with the same amount of sun as the sunflower, but right now it just provides us with less sun. As you can see, about 15 per sun. It's only good when we're gonna be playing the nighttime level and the fog level, which is gonna be when we see 4-0. Right now we're in 2-2. So again, the same strategy, since this will help us clear the zombies without any hassle. Now in here, since the zombies are not even that great, just one pea shooter at the beginning of this row in here, this one is just gonna be doing a wonderful job, since we got this cone head coming, and I'm nearly ready to place that pea shooter, so here we go. I don't know if these puff shrooms do the same damage as the pea shooter, but just have a shorter range. I actually haven't checked into that, and neither did I check on a YouTube video. So, but they do a lot of damage. Just the fact that they have a shorter range is their downside, but they're free. So, because they're free is the reason why everybody uses them in this game. And as you can see, this mushroom grew to full size. Now they provide a lot more sun than before. Also, we gotta get some coins. We gotta reach 750 like Crazy Dave said, so we can buy the extended seed packet, the extra seed packet. Okay, so we're just gonna be placing the second column of pea shooters. All these mushrooms are gonna grow to full by the end of the level, 100%. Now, even though this is a zombie wave, the zombies are not gonna rise from the graves until it's actually the last wave of the level. So they're not actually that strong. Those gravestones are not gonna give us any problems. Also keep in mind that this video is just gonna be recorded in one take. That means I'm not just gonna edit anything on it. I'm just gonna post it as it is. So sorry if any mistakes were made in grammar or anything. I just am gonna post it without editing anything on it. I don't think it's necessary. Okay, so now we already got like 3 features columns, and we're pretty much invincible. This guy with the newspaper gets angry whenever we actually tear his newspaper apart, but he dies pretty quickly. He doesn't have a lot of health, so it's not gonna be a problem. He never was in this game. Okay, so I'm just gonna place that to stop the zombie from coming closer. I'll probably use the bomb right now. Yep, that helped. But at the same time, the next wave is pretty close, and I don't think it's gonna recharge until then, but we'll see. As you can see, he got angry and died pretty quickly. So now I'm getting this mushroom ready because this guy is just gonna eat it pretty fast, as I told you. Okay, I'm not gonna allow him to eat any more of my pea shooters in here. So I'm just gonna be placing that because from this grave, a zombie is gonna rise. And I also have the bomb ready, which is amazing. So I'm just gonna blow up a few zombies. Probably should have placed it here since we got the bucket head, but anyway, we still just finished the level without any issue. Okay, I really wished that this bomb would have been recharged right now, but it takes time, so not a problem. Probably gonna replace this with a mushroom. Okay, so we got our next mushroom in here. Now, this mushroom is gonna help us because we got some zombies that have a screen door. Hey, you wanna buy an extra seed slot? Just like I said, it will cost you 750. So obviously, I'm just gonna buy it. Now, we need to save 5,000 bucks. So the next slot is gonna be way more expensive. Okay, so because this fume shroom is gonna shoot pretty much to the right part of the stage, I'm gonna use it instead of the P-shirt, I believe. Or actually, I can take it since there's no other plant that actually makes sense in this environment. So let's start placing these puff shrooms like I usually do. I count the 2 tiles in here just to make sure I can place 2 of these columns. Also, if you do like the video, don't forget to click the subscribe and like button. It's definitely gonna help me continue all these walkthroughs with commentary, and I'm definitely just gonna be posting more often right now since I got my microphone, and I'm pretty much gonna have a lot of time to record, so again, we're killing it with those mushrooms. I believe they are the perfect plant for a speed run since it's cost effective, it's 0. And also you can place it like here and it's gonna recharge fast, which means you can always place it really quickly again. So this guy is just gonna shoot pretty much a bit more further than the mushroom, I believe. The reason why this was introduced is because we got that screen door zombie, which I believe has the same toughness as the bucket head on that screen door, but with this mushroom, you can actually kill him pretty efficiently. So here it is. We actually got introduced to him, so let's go. As you can see, this one just passes through the screen door and kills him. My question is if they're ever actually gonna make a game like this one. I don't believe so, since like what they released recently, those games are some third-person shooters. They don't have anything to do with tower defense. They're pretty cool. I mean, I played the Battle for Neighborville. I also did some videos on the channel, and I quite liked it. So I can't complain about that, but just these tower defense games like this one or the second one are actually very, very good. And I actually wished they would create another one like that. I mean, they did that Plants vs. Zombies 3, but that was a failure from their end, so I'm not gonna count that one. Okay, this was a much shorter stage than the previous one, so this is why these mushrooms barely even grew to full size and the stage is finished. So we got the grave buster, so right now we can remove all these graves without a problem and also get compensated for it, so that's a good thing. Let's go again with the same strategy, since we also got the screen door zombie. I'm not gonna get any walnuts anymore, since there's no point. Okay, again doing the same thing. It's pretty repetitive. Once you actually finish this game once or twice, you know what to do. I mean, at this point there's no challenge for me. I wish there would have been a difficulty setting or something that you could have done to make the game a bit harder, especially on the first playthrough. I know the second one is a bit harder, but on the first one it's just as easy. Okay, so we got 2 waves in here. Now we came back to the regular format. We're also gonna see about 3 waves per level. That's when we're gonna be advancing further in the game, but for now we just got 2 waves. This game raises in difficulty pretty consistently. I mean, it's not all at once, it's just it does it pretty slowly, so it gives you time to adapt. I know that when I was a kid and I was playing this one, I used to lose a bunch of times, but then I actually played it and there was no losing in here. Okay, so for this one I'm just gonna place that, so I don't want him to do too much damage in here. Especially he can eat these free mushrooms, since I can just place another one right away. As you can see, I'm placing it right now. And I'm also placing these guys a bit in the front, not in here, because as you previously saw, they don't shoot as further as the pea shooter, so they kind of need some help reaching the zombies. Okay, so we're doing pretty well. I didn't place any of these grave busters yet, but I'm thinking to do so. At least to get rid of these two, since they are pretty close to my plants. Okay, let me do it actually. So the zombie can actually eat it while it's eating the grave, but it does take some effort from the zombie to do it, since it has to be pretty close to actually finish the process of eating it. Okay, let me do another one, and I'm pretty sure right now I'm just gonna be clearing all of these graves till the end of the level. So the reason why I just selected these mushrooms in here, the bigger ones, are just for the screen door, but once he's not visible in the level, I'm just not gonna use them anymore. They're not that good. So what I'm gonna be doing right now is just removing some of these buff shrooms and replacing them with these bigger ones. Okay, pretty easy. There's no challenge in here. But I do love this game. I mean, even after all these years that I finished it, it's still fun to play. I like to finish it once in a while. It's not like, I mean, I do have a lot more games that I could play, but once in a while I do like to play this game and just finish it once. Doesn't matter what platform I'm using. It can be either the console version or the PC port or the mobile port. Usually when I get a new phone, I like finish it once, especially when I'm bored. Okay, so the next level will be pretty interesting, since again that's gonna be 2-5. It's gonna be a special level that isn't gonna be pretty long, but it's gonna be fun. You'll see. I'm pretty sure it's that mini game where we smash zombies with the hammer and they drop coins and all that. Okay, so here we go. We unlock the Almanac. In here is just gonna show us a bunch of information about all the plants, all the zombies. So as you can see, we got some descriptions in here. With the right stick we can just scroll down and it's gonna tell us the damage and what the plant does. As you can see, this Snoopy, for example, has the same damage as the pea shooter, so that's why I said to only place one column. And this one got normal damage, but it just shoots twice as fast since it shoots 2 at a time. And also the zombies, it can tell you how tough they are. Okay, so this is the mini game. Ever play a game called Whack a Zombie? It's just like hunting squirrels. Okay, so let's hunt these zombies. This is actually gonna be pretty fun. So with the square button, I'm just smashing these zombies. They are also gonna drop coins and sun, I believe, which we can use to place a bunch of plants down, like the grave buster or the cherry bomb, or actually the potato mine. Yes, and that was correct. So let's place them in here. I believe on the PC should be a bit easier since you just got the mouse and you can hover over. And here you just got the stick, so it's gonna take some time to get used to. I normally don't play shooter games on the console since I like playing with the mouse and keyboard more. But sometimes there are some exclusive games that are only on the console, so that's the only way to play them, right? I'm really glad that this game works flawlessly with the RPCS3 emulator, since I would have some trouble playing it then, since I don't have a PS3 like I said from the beginning. I do like this minigame because it's also gonna give you some coins here and there. And also, when you use the Grave Buster, it's still gonna give you these coins. I believe we're also gonna have the bucket heads in here. I didn't see one yet. Here it is. Okay, so they gotta be faster for some reason, probably because we reached the end nearly. Okay, so this is the Hypnosh room, which we can turn zombies against them. They're gonna fight for us. It's only good for a certain zombie, the one that you see in there, the football player. Other than that, there's no point in actually using it other than for that zombie. Okay, so that was it for today. I wish you're gonna have a wonderful rest of your week, and I'll see you in the next video. I was the Smoking Phantom. Bye bye for now.